Okay. Hope everyone's having a great day so far. Today, for mobility and strength, we're going to be focusing a little bit more in certain areas of the body. So today we're going to do a lot of hip stuff, we're going to do some shoulder stuff, and then towards the end, we're going to do a lot of core strength. So that's going to be our three main points for today. So some of the mobility stuff with the hips, we'll be doing some stretching, loosening up those hips, and then some strengthening exercises toward the end, and then the same thing for the shoulders. That's how we do it, and then core to end our workout. If you want to take your shoes off, feel nice and comfortable. I'm going to be in my bare feet, no equipment needed. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and we're going to warm up. We're just going to start with our neck, loosening up our neck. We're just going to go ahead, looking over our left shoulder, all right, holding this right here, counting to 10, stretching out that right side. We have 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Go ahead now, turning on over to your right shoulder. Same thing. All right, really nice and small. Not too hard of a movement, holding it, feeling a nice stretch going. Good, release. Go ahead and now we're going to alternate right and left, getting that whole rotation in our necks. So let's get one more each side. Good. Now we're going to go ahead, look on up to the sky. Feel that stretch. Ooh, feel it in the chest. And same thing, we're going to go nice and low, looking low. Holding it for about 5 seconds each way, up and down. So go ahead, look down. What I want you to do is just take both of your hands slightly on the back of your head. And what I want you to do is just push your head down, that chin into your chest. And feel a nice stretch going down that back part of your neck. Again, nice and soothing. Pressing not too hard, just until you feel enough tension. Good, now we're going to go ahead, take that left hand, slightly bending that neck on over to that left shoulder. We're going to go ahead, slightly pressing down, all right? Feeling that nice stretch go down the right side of our necks and those traps, loosening out any tension we might have from today's work day, sitting down, maybe we slept uncomfortably, loosening all that tension we have, holding that there for about 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Go ahead and release that up. Same thing now. Taking that head now, bending on over to our right shoulder, taking that hand on top of our head. All right, slowly. Make sure that you're standing up nice and tall. If you're sitting down, that's okay too. But make sure that back is nice and tall, chest is up. All right, have a nice posture right here so we can get that nice stretch going now. Good. Go ahead, drop that hand, release that head forward. All right, let's go ahead, start with our wrist. Take that right hand, put it out in front of you. Take your left hand, pulling those fingers towards you, feeling a nice stretch going down those wrists. One thing in mobility we like to do is making sure we stretch everything out, release all the tension we have from today, especially when we're typing on our computer all day. Good. Go ahead, drop that right hand, switch on over to your left hand, same thing, pulling those fingers back, feeling a nice stretch in that front part of our wrists. Excuse me. Good. Dropping both hands. We're going to go ahead and rotate those wrists. All right. We're going to go inward rotation first. All right. Nice big rotations, loosening out those joints. Feeling some pops. Getting those wrists just nice and loose. Good, go ahead, reverse that way. Loosening out right there. Good, we're gonna go ahead, bring it on down again. We're gonna do a workout of our shoulders today, so that's why we're gonna skip on over those. We're gonna go down to our knees. So what I want you to do is put that right foot in front of you, and what you're gonna do is you're just going to flex and extend that knee, all right? So it just looks like this, side view, I'm just going up like this, flexing, and then extending out in front of me, pointing my toe. All right, here we're just loosening up that knee joint, all right, but also getting a little stretch in those hamstrings, all right? If you need to find a wall or a chair to balance out, that's fine, but really emphasize on really getting that leg up, all right, to about 90 degrees, and then releasing forward, flexing those toes. Good, do this for about 10 more seconds, and we'll go over to that left leg next. So this is maybe if you were sitting all day, a little cramped up in your knees. All right, good way to loosen out that knee joint. Good, go ahead, switch on over to that left leg now. Same thing, all right, flexing and extending. Good. All right, so here, if you don't want to use anything to balance, you could use, all right, get a little balance work right here. Keep it stable. Good. Keep it up. Good. We're going to do it for 10 more seconds. Feel those hamstrings loosening up, everything loosening up. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's go ahead. Bring it down to our ankles. Let's first point and flex that ankle. All right. So the same thing we were kind of doing with that knee joint, we're going to do with that ankle joint. All right. So starting with our right leg. All right. Flexing that toe, pointing out. Right. Again, finding something that you can balance on to loosen out that joint. Good. Let's do this for 10 more seconds, and we're going to switch on over to that left leg. Good. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, take that left leg up, and let's do the same thing. Plantar flexing, dorsiflexing that ankle. Good job. Make sure you're breathing. Good. 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Keep it going. Point those toes. Really emphasize on pointing, flexing. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good. Taking it back to that right ankle. Let's go ahead and rotate that ankle. All right. Nice big rotations. Really loosening up those joints. Again, maybe you try to do this without holding on to something, so you can work on some balance and some strength. Good, go ahead, reverse that direction. Really loosen out that joint. It should feel semi-good, especially if you've been sitting all day. Good, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Go ahead, take that left ankle up, and let's go ahead, rotate. All right. Now, if you're somebody like me who recently sprained their ankle when you were still on site, I sprained my ankle walking to the gym. My ankle is still a little stiff. So that's one main reason why I really wanted to teach this class, because it's very helpful doing some of this mobility work. Good, go ahead, reverse that direction. I mean, I sprained it all in like February, and it's still not the best. We're working through it. Keep it up. There we go. Big circles. Good. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, good job. Let's go ahead and get ready. We're going to go ahead and start this workout. So like I said, we're going to focus on our hips, our shoulders, and our core for today's workout. All right, some stuff are going to be stretches, some stuff will be mobility work, and some stuff will be strength. All right, but we're going to get a good workout. So what I want you to do is come down to the floor, and what you're going to do is you're going to have each leg in about 90-degree angle. All right, so my right leg is about 90 degrees, my left leg is about 90 degrees. All right, what I want you to do is we're going to go ahead, all right, coming forward right over that right leg, you're going to hold it here, all right, and you should feel a nice stretch going back in your glutes and your hip flexors. All right, we're just going to hold this here for about 30 seconds, all right, and what I want you to do when you're doing this is really push that right leg and that right knee into the ground so you can feel that stretch in those hips and those glutes. All right, so let's go ahead with that stretch first. In 3, 2, 1. So we're pushing down. All right, I'm pushing my leg, my right knee into the ground. All right, feeling a nice stretch going over. All right, now we're only going to go as far as we can. Some people, you might not feel anything. Some people, it might be super, super tight. All right, you might be getting a little sweat though. All right, but what I want you to is focus on pushing that knee into the ground. Maybe you have to help yourself push that knee in the ground. But hold this here for 10 more seconds, and then we're going to go to that left leg. Good. In 3, 2, 1. Good. Release up. And we're going to go ahead, same thing on the opposite side. All right. Have that left leg 90 degrees. All right, that right leg behind you at 90 degrees. So we're going to do that same thing. Now this time pressing that left knee into the ground. All right, feeling that nice stretch going in the back. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. All right, so same thing, pressing down. All right. My chest is right underneath that left leg. My hands are out there for support. But I want you just to focus on holding this stretch right here so we can really lengthen and loosen up those hips so we can do some of the exercises for today. Good. We have 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right. Similar to what we did last week, we're going to kind of do the same thing. We're going to go on our backs. All right. Kind of still the same thing with the 90-degree angle. All right. We're going to rotate. Going here, side to side, trying to get those knees to the ground. All right, so we kind of loosened up with that first stretch, and now we're going to do this, trying to get those knees to the ground. So let's do this. We're going to be here for 45 seconds for this. So get ready on our backs in 3, 2, 1. So I'm rotating side to side. At all times, we want to make sure that our shoulders are still on the ground. My back is still on the ground. All right. If your knees can't touch, that's okay. That's all right. Our hips are just a little too tight. That's why we're just going right here, loosening up those hips. Rotate them side to side. Good. If you can get your knees to the ground, all right, so you can get them further out each time. So we have 15 seconds. Keep it up. We're going to repeat this 2 times so we can really loosen up those hips. Good. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, I'm just going to go ahead, go from a different side. We're going to do that one last time. All right, one last time so we can really see if we can get those knees, all right, further on the ground with each rep. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1. So again, my legs are staying the same way how we just stretched in that first exercise. It's just now we're moving All right, we're moving our legs, our hips from side to side. All right, really trying to loosen them up. Good, trying to get those knees to the ground. Keep those shoulders on the ground at all times as well. 15 seconds. Good job, keep it up. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, all right. So we'll kind of be doing a pattern. We're gonna do stretch, mobility, stretch, and then we'll have the strength at the end of the circuit. So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna come up onto our left knee and we're gonna stick that right leg out. All right, so kind of, this is a frog stretch where we have both legs down. Here we're gonna do a little lateral stretch, all right? So what I want you to do is you're just going to sway back and forth, all right, into, all right, that back foot behind you, all right, so into your hips. So right here, what we're doing, again, just loosening up those hips, all right? The hips can get so tight because all the muscles that are around it, all right? So this is another great exercise to loosen up the hips. So we're gonna go ahead, our right leg is extended out, that left knee is bent right underneath my hips. And we're gonna go ahead with this exercise first in 3, 2, 1. So what I'm doing here, I'm just leaning back, right? I gotta make this mat a little more cushy because it's hurting my knee. There we go. All right, so we're going back and forth. All right, sitting back into our hips. All right, maybe your leg is a lot lower than my leg, but all I want you to do is just to have that right leg extended, that left knee bent, and you're just pushing back and forward into those hips. Because at that same time we're doing that, we're also stretching it out as we're in that lateral lunge. You have 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Go ahead, switch on over. Get our right leg bent and our left leg extended out. Same thing, pushing forward and back with those hips. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, so here, if you don't really feel anything, maybe you need to make that leg that is extended a little further out so you can start feeling. So like this side is a little bit easier for me. So I'm pushing my leg out a little further so I can get a deeper stretch and feel that stretch. Good, keep it up, small little rows back and forth. 10 seconds. Good, 3, 2, 1. Great job, great job. All right. Let's give those knees a break because the next exercise, I don't want to keep going on our knees. Actually, we're not on our, yes we are. So we're gonna go ahead into a runner's lunge. So we're gonna go ahead, bring that right foot forward, all right, into a nice runner's lunge. Now here, option A, you can have those toes on the ground. What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna have both hands on the inner part, all right, of my right foot. And I'm going to be reaching up and back down. All right, so we're opening up that spine, that chest, and going up. But at the same time, we're getting a nice stretch in those hips, all right? So if you need to be on your knee, that's okay. But let's see if we can try to get on our toes for this. So we're gonna do each leg for only 30 seconds, all right? Only 30 seconds, not 45. So each leg for 30 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, opening up. All right, so we're opening up to the inner part of that knee. All right. All right, here we go. Really nice deep stretch. Loosening out those hips. Come on, we have 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Go ahead, shoot that, that right leg back. And now that left leg is gonna be forward. Ooh, baby, feel this. All right, here we go. Last one doing this exercise in 3, 2, 1. Same thing in that runner's lunge, keeping those hands on the inner part of that foot, rotating, all right, opening up, back and down. Good job. So we're getting some rotation, some mobility in that spine as well, and in those hips. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Go ahead. Put those legs on the ground. If you need to grab water, feel free to grab some water. All right, we got two more hip exercises, and then we're done with our hips. So what we're gonna do, this is like one of my favorite ones. All right, we're gonna have these hip openers. So my right knee is bent right underneath my hip, and my left leg is out, all right, facing to the side, all right, so it looks like this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have our hands out. One hand is gonna be facing down, the other hand is gonna be facing up. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try to reach these fingertips in that left hand to those toes, all right, while keeping my chest and my hips remaining forward, all right, so we don't wanna turn and do this, all right, you wanna keep those chests nice and tall, facing front, hips turned, all right, and going and thrusting down and up, all right, so we have that for 45 seconds. We'll do this side and then the right side. Here we go, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, here we go, there we go. All right, so again, I know your hips might want to turn, all right? Try your best, keep them forward, all right? Even if it's small little pulses that you can. Maybe you can't get your fingertips all the way to your toes, and that's okay. But I want you to focus on those hips. Keep it forward, chest keeping forward. Good job. Here we go. 15 seconds. Keep that chest forward. I know it wants to turn. Sometimes these look easier than what they are. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Good. Go ahead. Bring that left leg in. Let's go ahead. Switch on over. All right. Now that right leg. All right. Toes are facing out to that right side. Left hand up in the sky. Right hand going down. Making a nice little arrow. All right. And we're going to go down to our right leg in 3, 2, 1. All right. Same thing. All right. Keeping it nice. All right, small movements is fine. We're working on that hip, those muscles. Good job. Keep those chest forward. Great. Keep it up. We have 15 seconds. Feel it in those hips. Good job, good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, good job. All right. We're gonna go now onto our sides. All right, we're gonna go onto our sides. And we're gonna do some clams. All right, so clams, you can be right here on your elbow, all right, or you could be all the way down on your side, whatever's comfortable for you. You're gonna have your toes and your feet together, and you're gonna have your knees touching, right? What we're gonna do is we're gonna try to open up that leg and bring it back down, just like a clam, all right? So if you have weight, maybe you wanna use some weight. If not, you can just open and close, all right? Really bringing it up to as high as that hip will allow you, all right? And bringing it back down, keeping that same motion, keeping that knee nice and tight when it comes back down. All right, so here we go. 45 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, going clams, up and back. All right. Trying to get that hip as high up as we can and bringing it back down. This is also really good to do with a resistance band, which maybe next week we can try that. Good job. Keep it up. 15 more seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Staying on this side. All right, we're going to get the inner part of our thighs. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your left leg, put it right over top that right leg. And what you're going to do, this is going to be a little burner, all right? You're going to lift this right leg. So you're going to lift this right leg up nice and small for some pulses. All right, we're going to get that inner thigh and some glute work right here. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing on that opposite side. So again, my left leg is over top my right leg. All right, and I'm doing small little pulses, taking that leg about 6 inches off the ground. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Again, you could be on your elbows, you could be all the way down here. As long as you're keeping that right foot, or that left foot on the ground at all times. Woo. And we're gonna feel a little burn right here, guys. Come on. All right, you guys take a little break, take a break, just get right back to it. We're over halfway. Nice little small movements, working that inner part of our thigh right here, those hip flexors. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, good job. Switching it on over onto our left side now. We're gonna start with those clams first. All right, so same thing, keeping those feet together, knees together, coming on up and down. Ooh, my right side is so bad. So forgive me. Here we go, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good job. All right, make sure you're breathing through each rep. Try to keep those feet together as you're clamming it on up and down. Keep those hips too nice and lined. Good job, good job. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, getting ready for those leg lifts again. Right leg now is going over top. All right, that left leg is shooting up. Gotta get up for this. All right, here we go. Last thing for this, and then we're gonna do some quick shoulders and core. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Ooh. There we go. Nice little pulses up. Working that inner part of that thigh, those muscles there. All right, some people like that clamper in the gym. This is another great way to get that inner part of your thigh. Keep going. 15 seconds. Push through, push through. Woo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, let's get some shoulders quickly going before we run out of time. All right, you can stay on the ground or you can come up on your feet. It's whatever is comfortable for you. I'm gonna stay on the ground. What we're gonna do, all right, we're just gonna do 2 shoulder exercises, all right, because then we're going to get some core quickly in before Zoom cuts us off. So the first thing we're going to have is we're just going to do some nice shoulder rolls going back. So if you're sitting down, make sure that chest is up nice and tall, back is nice and tall, all right? And what I want you to do, emphasizing, squeezing those shoulders up to those earlobes, bringing them back, squeezing those shoulder blades in the back, and then releasing them down. That's how we're going to shoulder roll going back first. So big shoulder rolls. Good. One more big one. Good. Now go ahead, take them forward. Same thing. Taking them up to your earlobes, bringing them down, squeezing those shoulder blades in the back, up to your earlobes, bringing them down. Yes. Good. One more. Good. We're going to go ahead and do a shoulder extension. All right. So you're sitting down, again, nice and tall. We're going to take those hands, all right, starting out 90 degrees. We're going to bring them up, all right, getting those thumbs and those fingertips to touch the top, and then lowering it back down, squeezing those shoulder blades and squeezing those elbows to the side. All right, so this is something great to also do on the wall. So if you wanted to do this on the wall, all right, you're making sure you're keeping your arms on the wall the whole time as you're lowering them and upping them each time. So we're going to do that for 45 seconds for this next one. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. All right, so here, going up, touching those thumbs, bringing it back down. Again, if you want to try this on the wall, this is also great to do on the wall, keeping your shoulders on the wall the whole time, your arms, all right, gliding against the wall as you rise them up and down. This is great to do on the wall, or you can just do it out in the air, nice small movements. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Those elbows, all right, right on the sides, bringing them up. Good job, releasing, exhaling. Good job. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right. Last but not least, let's start with that right arm. Let's go ahead, rotate that right arm. All right. Going up. All right. So my thumb is facing up. All right. As I rotate, rotate. My finger, now my pinky is leading down. And then once I reach the back, my thumb now is down. And I bring it back up. All right. So let's go ahead and do this for 30 seconds. Rotating those shoulders. All right, so thumb, pinky's up, thumb is up, pinky's down, rotated. Now thumb is down, pinky's up. So once it's in the back, that thumb should be down, that pinky should be up. And then once it reaches to about your head, you're going to rotate it back forward. Good, let's get 10 more seconds. Whew. Up the top there. Good. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead with that left arm now. Same thing. Big rotation. Again, another great exercise to do against the wall. All right. So what you should be doing, you should be trying not to use your body to rotate your shoulder. All right. It should be just your shoulder that is rotating. All right, as you're turning that arm, we're trying not to use our body to help us to rotate that shoulder. All right, so that's how you can see maybe how stiff, all right, or how you might need to get some more shoulder flexibility with something like this. Good. 5 more seconds. Good. 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, let's get some core before we get cut off. We have like 4 more minutes. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and do some planks. All right, so we're going to do a regular plank first, and then we'll do some leg taps, and then we'll be done for the day. All right, so we're just going to hold the plank. Plank's very good for posture, core strength. You always need to have core strength. So you can be either on your elbows, or you can be on your hands. You can be on your toes, or have those knees to help you balance. But we're going to hold this plank
for 45 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Make sure that butt is nice and down. All right, back is flat. All right, getting a nice, this is a great exercise. It's always important that we have some good, strong cores. Core helps us with our everyday lives, balancing, moving, all that fun stuff. All right, so let's make sure we always feed that core each and every day. We have 15 seconds, guys. Keep going. 10. Good job. Come on, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, last one. We're going to go ahead and go on our backs. All right, we're going to do some lowering leg taps. So what's going to happen? All right, my legs are going to be 90 degrees off the ground in that 90-degree angle. And what you're going to do is you're going to lower your legs, tapping down with those toes and bringing it back up. All right, so we're lowering. I want you to control that lowering position and then bring it back up. All right, so this is our last exercise of the day, and you guys are set for the rest of the evening. So let's go ahead and get this going in 3, 2, 1. All right, so my legs are 90 degrees. I'm lowering them down, tapping my toes, bringing it back up. All right, you can have your hands out to the side for some support. But I want you just to really focus on lowering those legs as slow as you can. Once you tap those toes, bringing them back up. All right. Right here, we're working those lower abs. You should feel that tightness right there. We got 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, great job. All right, go ahead, bring it on up. I don't want us to get cut off from Zoom, but thank you so much for coming today. All right, and I hope everyone has a great rest of your evening and look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow in class.